This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener. Welcome to The Gist. I'm John.
And I'm Mary. We are your smart friends on the go.
Keeping you sharp without the noise. Let's dive in.
Let's talk about the big move out of Brussels. 440 European lawmakers just voted to drop tariffs on American industrial goods.
It's a classic trade-off. Europe needs to avoid a massive American tariff cliff this July 4th.
So they're sacrificing the farm sector.
Exactly. Europe is giving duty-free access to hundreds of thousands of tons of American nuts and fish.
But the real prize? Securing most favoured nation status for European aerospace. It's pure power logic. They're hurting farmers to save the high-tech sector. It's a structural pivot.
And they've put a timer on it. If the United States keeps taxing steel, the European Union pulls the plug by December 2026.
A clear message. If you want the tech access, play ball on the metal. Now, let's go global. Everyone talks about artificial intelligence needing more chips, but that's not the real bottleneck anymore. It's insurance.
Think of it like this. Artificial intelligence is now diagnosing diseases and giving complex financial advice. If the artificial intelligence gets it wrong and someone gets hurt or loses millions, who pays? The legal system demands a scalp. Malpractice insurers are becoming the de facto regulators. They decide what's insurable. If you can't get insured, you can't deploy. It's effectively sidelining government mandates.
It's all about risk allocation. Speaking of risk, the United Kingdom is making a choice. They aren't seeking a carve-out from US artificial intelligence export controls.
They're trading the dream of digital autonomy for tethered access to US infrastructure. It's pragmatic. Why build a redundant, costly ecosystem when you can just use the one that works? And keep an eye on the Federal Reserve. Kevin Walsh is chairing his first policy meeting. It's a structural stress test. Can he keep the dollar's value stable while President Trump pushes for lower borrowing costs? It's not just about percentages. It's about institutional independence against direct political pressure. Let's shift to the European perspective. A massive UK-India trade deal hits on July 15. They're cutting auto tariffs from 100% to 10%. It's a huge bet on export velocity over protectionism. The UK is forcing its own manufacturers to compete globally to escape stagnation. And the G7 is changing how it arms itself. They're letting US firms license production to European and Ukrainian companies. It bypasses supply chain logjams, but it cements opponent dependency on US intellectual property. Efficient? Yes. But it funnels capital towards established US infrastructure rather than new European R&D. Europe also signalled full compliance with US restrictions on anthrax aid. They've realised they can't build a competitor, so they're prioritising access to the utility over the high cost of building their own. And a quick note on health. The G7 just sent nearly €500 million to fight Ebola in the DRC. Don't view that as just charity. It's infrastructure protection. If the region shuts down, trade stops. They are securing supply chains, not just providing medical aid. And finally, a pivot to sports. RB Leipzig fired their coach, Ole Werner. Clinical. You miss the revenue target, you're out. It's the standard mechanism for high-performance organisations when incentives aren't aligned. That's the wrap. The temperature today, a mix of hard-note realism and structural dependency. Innovations moving forward.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.